Welcome back to Captain America Super Soldier. And now to dismantle a reactor.
Jovial. Evil stuff, Captain. What else?
Oh shit, fucking snipers.
I've got company. I'll be in touch.
Okay, Shield, don't fail me now.
There we go.
Thankfully, the fight against Madam Hydra prepared us for this.
Well, in general, Jova, at this point of the game, you should be pretty confident in countering, even if you're not familiar with the mechanic before playing the game. Ow.
I guess he found that shocking.
In fact, using the weaponized special move on the troops with the shocking baton produces an arrow effect lightning attack. But, you know, as you may saw, if I still get caught in the blast, you know, I still take the damage. So it's better, there you go. So it's better if you just clear out.
Most of the energy is being diverted to something. Whatever it is, it can't be good. I'm gonna try and shut it down.
Okay, Cap, how are you going to do?
I'll improvise.
Alright.
Like, seriously, half of Cap's plans involve 90% improvisation when you get down to it.
Yeah, and he still manages to do them.
Exactly.
Because he's just that awesome.
Bring that whole setup down.
You know, considering the amount of improvisation at hand, I would kill to see a crossover between Captain America and Indiana Jones. Both heroes notorious for having to make stuff up on the fly.
True, but here's the difference. Indy's just good with a whip and a pistol. Like, Cap can actually punch people in the face.
Hey. Indy can punch people plenty as
yes,
well.
But not without actually taking out or beating himself. That's not really, you know, an advantage.
So, in a sense, he'd be the Batman to Captain America's Superman, you know?
More like the Robin to Captain America's Batman.
Well, in the sense, like, well, Cap has superpowers, Indy doesn't.
Shit, gotta move.
Oh boy.
Whee! Perfect.
Perfect landing.
2 more to go.
If I target the right equipment, I can take this whole plant offline.
If by offline you mean up in smoke.
The good news though is that this particular place doesn't really have collectibles, so you don't really have to waste too much time in exploration. You can just free to, you know, move on towards the objectives, aka the reactors to sabotage.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I call correctly, there you go. I think I need to get up there again. There we go.
Perfect timing.
Yep. Captain America at the Olympics. That it would be a bit cheating considering everything, but alas.
What we need is a superhero Olympics to even the playing field.
Breaking news: Captain America Steve Rogers found guilty of doping offences. He maintained his innocence by
technically speaking, the Super Soldier Super Serum does work as doping.
And this
so why
is
not?
why
He stressed his innocence, claiming, "But I took these drugs like over 60 years ago. Surely I'm clean now."
It was a more magical times where doing drugs actually gave you superpowers.
This is why there needs to be a superhero Olympics. I mean, and let's be honest, at this point, there's probably a superhero for practically every nationality.
Honestly, Jova, I'm pretty confident that there's at least one comic in Silver Age that has something like that.
Well, definitely
and we probably
for
just don't know about that.
Definitely for DC, like they had several sporting events where heroes would go against villains. Like literally, one of them was literally the JLA versus the League of Doom, the League of Doom in a baseball game.
Oh, the Legion of Doom.
Legion of Doom, yeah.
Gotta move fast. Perfect.
It's all coming down. One more explosion should finish it.
Let's just hope we're not caught in the blast or the rubble.
No, thankfully, not only the blast seems to be local, but we also have an escape route anyway. After all, we need these explosions are just a surplus because we need to actually reach the skull. But it's best, you know, if we sabotage the plant while we're at it.
Mm-hmm.
One Captain America game that I actually did play.
Oh, that's right. I
back
didn't
in
talk
the day,
about that, but go on, Pedro, in the meantime.
was Captain America and the Avengers, which was an arcade beat 'em up where you can
Was
play
that
as,
the one with also Nick Fury? Oh, no, actually, that's the Punisher video game. My
no,
bad.
no.
Sorry.
It's one you can play as Captain America, Iron Man, Vision, or Hawkeye. Sorry.
No, the one I was thinking was the beat 'em up by Capcom. Was another thing entirely. But
No,
Unless I make one.
the
hit that
Captain
just right
America
with my
credit was made
shield.
by Data East. I'll have to look it up. real quick.
they dies. So basically the same guys who made Mac and Joy Mac. But it's a good point because it didn't explain compared to the other, Marvel MCU tie-in phase video game. Captain America had a couple of games. First, the first being Captain America in the Doom Tube of Dr. Megaloman for the Atari ST, Commodore 64, ZX Spectrum, and Amstrad CPC, released in 1987 and 1988. Then The Amazing Spider-Man and Captain America in Doctor Doom's Revenge for the Amiga, Amstrad CPC, Atari ST, Commodore 64, DOS, ZX and the ZX Spectrum in 1989-1990. And then I think it's the one that you mentioned, there you go, Captain America and the Avengers for the arcade. Though it got ports for the NES, Genesis Mega Drive, SNES, Game Gear, and Game Boy. And this was actually, to date, the last solo game that Cap got. It's interesting how most of these superheroes got, like, of all these, probably the Hulk is the one that actually got the most video games out of it. Because Iron Man got barely any. I don't think Thor had much. Actually, I don't think I mentioned them in the forerun. So let me check in the meantime.
Well, Hawk is the one that demands more of a video game in particular because it's this big green monster that goes around smashing stuff.
Yeah.
So it's perfect for a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, Hulk and Spider-Man and Wolverine were probably the guys to get the most video games of the Marvel bunch.
Oh, there you go. Thor: God of Thunder was basically the only major video game that Thor had, because the other two, Thor: Son of Asgard and an adaptation of For the Dark World, were for mobile only.
That is easily explained in a lot of cases here. Out of the main Avengers, Spider-Man included, Thor didn't really have a TV series when you get down to it. Like, he didn't
Yeah,
really
it was
have a
only
media career.
typecasted in stuff like Avengers, Earth Mightiest Heroes.
As a lot of people have said, it was only like around Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 when he got into the roster of Marvel vs. Capcom, and that's probably because he started to have a movie career, thanks to the Thor movie that came out.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we have more snipers, a couple of more troops. Yeah, sure, let's just go with that. And a scorch.
Ah.
Again, Lime O'Brien can actually do a convincing German accent.
Mm-hmm.
Please be patient, I'm coming to kick your ass.
That'd be an interesting announcement over at
Oh,
the
no.
or something. Excuse
Cool.
me, could the customer
Top
in
of
this
the
aisle
feast.
please stand still for a minute as we need to kick his rear end? Thank you.
Let's see. I have 3 bars on the shield. Let's see if I can. There we go. Whip. 1, 2, and 3. You actually get a trophy if you manage to actually use 4 bars and kill 4 targets with these in a row.
That guy just slid across forward even though the shield hit him in front.
Ooh. These big enemies, like again, the Scorchers are actually still manageable, even if you have to dodge a lot of their attacks. Because when they use the grenade launcher, you cannot parry that, so it's only best if you dodge. But if you use the plasma fire, you can actually reflect that. But you need to actually get the timing right, otherwise you actually do get a lot of damage. And if you stay too much close to them, they will keep spamming the grenade launcher, so it's not, there you go, recommendable. There you go, just like I did. Ow.
Lips, you know how I'm sure you know Alan Silvestri's Captain America theme. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Do you know the 70s theme from the Red Brown movies? It's literally just boom 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 boom.
So it's basically the Captain America theme equivalent of the basement theme from Resident Evil Director's Cut.
Basically, it's
Oh
this.
my.
It's just song that feels like it belongs in an infomercial. Like it's just.
Don't you see, Pedro? That's totally the idea they had going there.
I think Spoonie was the one who put it best in his review. Step
was
aside,
probably
John
right.
Williams, and then he puts on that theme like.
Okay, Tia, what's next?
Well, we're actually close to the skull, as Bucky told us.
It's all
So it's
coming.
time to prepare.
I actually don't remember how the. How
The 90s, if the 90s movie had a leitmotif.
It went around like if I recall correctly.
So basically, discount final countdown.
But done in major instead of minor.
So,
It's not supposed to be upbeat and uplifting and ha! Hitler,
Alright.
psych!
Alright, we are about to reach what is gonna potentially be also the final boss. Well, not immediately, I mean, but a foreshadowing for it. Also, God in Country is an exclamation.
Yeah.
With Zola and also Iron Cross, so better be careful.
Going in.
Wish I was there. Keep your eyes open. You'll be heavily guarded.
Uh-huh. Well, let's see how these heavily guards take the shield. Oh, it didn't blow up.
They didn't even react to that first shield
It was
blow.
just a fly.
You people are no fun.
Just a metallic fly.
We're basic bullshit. They probably don't know the concept of fun. At least the main soldiers actually have cool toys. These guys have to rely on their bare hands. Not even feet, not even punching, just bare hands. Oh, that's a good engine. Alright, time to actually climb the structure.
As good an engine as it is, can it run Sonic Generations PC?
I'm not sure of the last processing driver. Ooh,
Bringing it to
Whoa.
life. He shut down the power too late. The only way to stop this now is to
damn
find the
it.
skull.
Bringing it to
Cap?
life.
Wanted to ask you something for a while. Are you okay? You keep talking to yourself.
it's a strategy planning with, you know, it's to keep focused, keep the mind focused.
Yeah, some people think better when doing that.
Yeah. It helps to envision the process.
Mm-hmm.
Madness.
You may look a little weird to people around you, but it works.
Who isn't these days anyway?
What
Exactly.
is a man if he is not?
I
A
mean,
miserable
hell.
pile of secrets.
I mean,
Yeah,
hell. We're literally in a secret base of some of those wacky Nazis, so...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they don't care if Cap just start talking about
Is
himself.
the
There you go. I just sent you a link to, if I remember correctly, during that third sequence of his review, you can actually listen to the proper theme of the 70s one. It
is the
sounds
2-bit
awful.
spelt like that in the actual title?
Yes.
Anyway, unfortunately for this cutscene, the frame rate problem caused the audio to go desync, so bear with it.
You see, Captain America, I have discovered the art of desyncing audio from vision, you see?
It's a shame
It is all
because this
part
is
of my
actually...
experiment to fuck with your mind.
It's a shame because this is the major moment for the Red Skull in the game, so... But anyway,
This
there
is
you
not
go.
voiced by Hugo Weaving here.
No, I
No.
forgot who actually voices him, but no. Actually, that's a good question, Dave. Pay attention and tell me if he's a good sound alike when he starts speaking again.
Well, I've heard
Anyway.
a little bit of him, and
Okay, then. And now Zola, like a complete idiot, offers the serum, shows like that in its very fragile containment box, like that, just ready to be conveniently smashed by Cap's shield.
To be fair, he's not aware to the art of dramatic irony.
You! The serum! You made it from his blood. I'll give you more.
This is now the
Fair
second time.
enough.
This is now the second time where in the Captain America piece of media where Cap uses his shield to destroy a serum container.
Yeah. Unfortunately, now Red Skull has unleashed Iron Cross against us, and he's not exactly the most easy of the boss fights.
Basically, what
That's
happened
German
is-
for goodbye.
Basically, in the second 70s movie where he's fighting Christopher Lee, don't ask. Basically, Christopher Lee's plan is that he has a serum that makes people age to becoming old in an instant. His plan is to use that serum to conquer the world or some shit like that, don't ask. What happens is Cap uses the shield to break this serum container that makes the serum fall right on top of Christopher Lee's face, which makes him age to death in a matter of seconds, basically. However, Dwebs, even with this, Christopher Lee still manages to tackle down Cap and attempt to strangle him.
Because he's just that awesome.
He fails because, you know, he ages to death before he can properly do it, but that's just to give you an idea of how much Captain America sucks in those movies.
Or maybe how awesome is Christopher Lee.
He gets taken down
I
by
think,
a
well,
guy.
to be fair, I think a better movie with both Red Brown and Christopher Lee is Howling 2, so it's better just to stick with that.
Obviously.
But anyway, as for the fight itself, there you go. Iron Cross loves to do that sound wave attack. We will learn more about it when we actually find his film reel. If it stuns you, it will stop. Oh yeah, there you go. It will try to actually squash you, and you need to press X repeatedly to escape. And now for the second phase, after depleting an health, Red Skull will start bombarding the shit out of the arena with grenades. I hope you enjoy this because this is gonna be his major fighting contribution for the entire game.
You gotta love how if it hits Iron Cross, it will literally just bounce off of him.
Well, yeah, it's a complete robotic suit of armor, so. Unfortunately, there you go. Since punching him, it's still like punching a block of metal. Just simple combos only can reduce Iron Cross health so far. You should technically perform a couple of special. You are able to perform a couple of special moves, but unfortunately, since I was experimenting, I did not have the time or luxury to experiment on him. The good news is that one of the challenges allow you a rematch against him, so I will show most of the variation there. The thing is that in this fight, gaining the special meter, potentially to heal yourself back, is actually quite hard, because the punches can only do so far. So it's one of those situations where it's better to not lose that much health. Whoop. There you go. There you go. One thing that it does in CQC is to smash the left arm and then do a rotation. So the key is to dodge the movement in time, Dark Souls style. Unfortunately, Red Skull has activated the Sleeper. This is something taken from there you go. The classic Golden Age and also the 60s cartoon. Red Skull using these giant robots to trying to conquer a war in Cap, having to stop them. What a cheater!
And so Captain America died.
Falls to his death.
Well, that was Captain America Super Soldier. What are your final thoughts, guys?
Well, that was a surprisingly downer ending.
He's come to what mashed potatoes are to shepherd's pie? What does that even mean? I actually kept this loading screen because when I read that I was like, what?
Well, you put mashed potatoes on top to make the shepherd's pie.
But what is shepherd's pie?
It's a pie made by shepherds. Okay, basically, it's a bunch of meat with gravy, covered with slightly crisped mashed potato.
Oh,
Maybe it's
okay.
maybe it's like that guy from Sharknado where he literally goes, "Ah, shepherd." Like, and I never understood why he says that.
Anyway, and to foreshadow the thing that Zola, well, it's something that Zola is mostly not, famous for in the comics. That we will face later. All right.
Oh, shame that-
All right. So will Cap manage to be safe from the fall? Tune in next time to find out.
Yeah.
What, so I start making his funeral preparations.
Yes.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya.